Okay, last video for today, and then I gotta catch a flight to New York, do some training. So, Sitel. So, this is a story that is about decision making, where decision making gets made at. And this is a really interesting case that a lot of you will face, a lot of you will live with here, probably, whether it's a big company or a small company. It's a case of deciding who's going to make the decisions, how and why and where and when. Centralized versus decentralized decision making. So if we're decentralized, that means our independent owner operator or independent operations or independent offices can make their decisions. There's many ways you can do this. That makes a lot of sense. First, the goals have to be laid out. So here's a huge hint, cheat code. Listen, you've got to lay out what your goals are going to be, which is where Sitel really falls down, man. It's clear that this guy never sat down and just said, well, what are my darn goals and what's more important than anything else and what do I have to do to preserve sanity? So listen, read this over and over again. Look at the example. Figure out in there where he could put some goals or objectives, okay? Outcomes. I hate to sound so academic, but that's what it is. Okay, there's some clear places where he doesn't understand. They don't understand what their clear goals are. They're confused, and a lot of companies do this. Okay, so it's not uncommon that people get kind of lost in the swamp. All right, when you know what the real goals are, what the clear goals and missions should be, is it customer service or is it customer sales? What's more important, or both? Is it preserving profit? Can we do both at the same time? Is it preserving cost? What is number one? And sometimes when I've done consulting, I've actually had to push these managers to bleed the answer because they are afraid. Okay, so let me give you an example here. In Sitel's case, profit obviously is king. But you can't have profit without sales. You can't have sales without customer service. You can't have customer service without speed, acuity, and ability to react and make decisions on site. So there. I just laid out the hierarchy for you. And if you're really paying attention, you'll write this up pretty good. Use my form. Don't go off on your own doing your own, because it's just a little better if you use the grid that I gave you. Use that those boxes, because a lot of you will, and then sometimes you guys won't, and it's hard to correct, number one. Number two, you don't get all the answers in there, man. There's a lot of answers that you need to flesh out here. So on these next ones, they're going to get a little bit, these case analysis, I was really pretty, I was pretty nice on the first one. Okay, I showed you where you were missing the answers. Fair. And I'll show you that on this one too, but I'll start taking a few points away. All right, you only got a few taken away on the first one because I wanted you to understand how I grade these, right? So at the end of the semester, when it says, was the prof nice? Yes. So just do me a favor, use the form I gave you. Watch this video a couple times if you need to understand what I just told you about how to set this up. But in the end, what matters here is what our priorities are for the organization. If the priorities, profit, sure, we know that, but without profit or without customer service and sales, you can't get a profit. So where's the decision making have to take place in some shape or manner? Okay, now take advantage of that and write this up. You guys should do really well with it. Where you fall down in an organization is when you become the beast of control. And I've seen that. I've seen it. My father and another guy owned a plastics company. And he was a banker. Which, nothing wrong with bankers, but he was that guy that just wanted to put controls on everything. And the company was just locked. It couldn't do anything for itself to help itself. We had 3 different locations going at the same time. And we finally had to get Larry to relax a little bit. Let people make decisions. They're going to fail. But we learn from it and we grow. Right? And that's how business kind of works. So, have fun with that assignment. And I'll talk to you guys on the other side of the weekend. Take care.